It's the JT Cho Show! Ooh, funny.
What's funny?
I guess I'll start the pod out with this. This guy posted a picture of his league mates, and so the only way he gets eliminated from playoffs this week is if they tie. So both of them, so they both make the playoffs.
Unless they tie.
Unless they tie. Well, no, so the two guys that are playing each other, if they tie each other, they both make the playoffs. If one of them loses, another guy makes the playoffs.
So they bench their whole
They
team.
bench their entire roster.
Hilarious.
And the guy that's gonna get booted from playoffs is like, this is cheating, it's collusion, da 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 da. But like, if neither one of them were making playoffs,
Yes.
I'd say yes, it's cheating and collusion, and they're changing the playoff picture.
Yes.
But it's a smart move by them because they're both gonna make playoffs.
Yeah.
They're doing what's better for their individual team.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck that guy. Be better.
It'd be really funny.
Control your own destiny.
It'd be really funny if somebody on like Monday Night Football
Just threw a kicker in there.
just threw a kicker in there, and then people would be like, "Dude, that's the most savage thing ever."
That is pretty funny.
Fucking hilarious.
Oh, wow. Just learned about this. Didn't write this down. Malcolm in the Middle is getting a revival episode.
Oh, that's cool.
It's going to be on Disney+. Plus.
Thor's bringing the pumpkin.
It's not pumpkin season, Thor. That's a cool pumpkin, dude. Life is good, huh? Yeah, there you go.
Well, welcome Thor to the podcast. You guys will have to deal with the squeaking only for about 5 minutes until he drops it.
He'll get bored.
Yeah.
Or he'll drop it and be too lazy to go get it.
Oh yeah. Welcome back to the 181st episode of the JT Show.
181, baby.
We're just chilling down here. Gonna get some new swag from Sam's Club, not a sponsor,
Not a sponsor, not yet at least.
but just some nice fleece pants and a double XL sweatshirt.
Dope little U of M sweater.
Hell yeah, dude! These are the sweaters to have.
I like them.
Yeah,
I like them. I wish mine was bigger. I might go back and get that exact one.
dude.
How much
double
was it?
X.
It was like 15, 20?
It was 20 today.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no,
It's not bad at all.
these pants were 10.
That's a great deal on the pants. I got these for like 13. They got the little Sherpa inside thing.
Sam's Club not a sponsor, but I'm assuming Aaron's home.
Go get them.
Whose birthday you have today?
One of the greatest musicians of all time,
Okay.
Tom DeLonge.
Oh wow, I thought you were gonna say Jamie Foxx. Basically.
The lead singer for Blink-182, lead guitarist as well.
Yeah.
He's 49 years old today. Also, fun fact about him, he's taller than both of us.
Wow.
He's 6'4".
Wow.
Never would have thought.
Oh, that reminds me. Before we get to my birthday, do you know the Creed story? Like what band he used to play for?
The Creed guy?
Yeah.
No idea.
Okay, so one thing. So this is what I discovered, and my birthday. Shout out Steve Buscemi.
I almost picked that one, and then the other birthday, I'm not even going to mention her name, but she sucks, and she deals in black magic.
Yeah, and Jamie Foxx's birthday.
Yeah, and Jamie Foxx's birthday.
So
Real quick, Tom DeLonge was also in Angels and Airwaves. That's like his band. He started it.
mm-hmm.
And he was also in, for 3 years, he was in Boxcar Racer.
Oh,
I had no idea.
so speaking of musicians, the character Creed in The Office, his first name is Creed.
Yeah.
It's Creed Brand. So they literally just used his fucking name, and that's because he was one of the original forming members of the Grassroots.
Wow.
And there's videos of him without us playing like the audio of that's Creed playing in the Grassroots when they were
Wow, that's crazy.
first. So not only was it blowing my mind that the
So
motherfuckers.
Creed from The Office was one of the founding members of Grassroots.
Yes.
Wow.
And his real name is Creed.
Yeah.
And they just used it.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, like Jerry. Like you just use it.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
Another fun fact about Creed is Creed and Stanley only say 7 words together throughout the entirety of The Office.
That's wild.
They never say any. It's just like little things like, hey. That's 2 words. 7 words throughout the 9 seasons they were on the show together.
Hilarious.
Ridiculous. Never even thought of that.
That's like the Legolas and Frodo interaction.
They worked right across the office from each
They
other.
said one line together the whole movie.
Yeah. Frodo doesn't know Legolas' name.
It's like this one's like every female part in Lord of the Rings, and it's like 30 seconds and the whole movie's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been funny if that one scene at the end where he was looking in and he's like, "Oh, Aragorn," and he like mouths Aragorn, and Legolas
Yeah.
pops up. He goes, "The elf." Like that would have been.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That'd be a funny fucking remake of it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah.
Like Conor McGregor-ish.
That'd be fucking good.
Yeah. Recently, we just went to GalaxyCon.
We did go to GalaxyCon. Roll the pick.
We got some pics flying up in the first couple minutes.
We got to meet. What's his name?
His
Something
name is Thomas
Lennon. Lennon.
Yep. If you don't know who
Descendant
Thomas
of John?
Lennon is, that is Reno 911 Officer Dangle.
I went to sleep watching that last night, and I had to turn it off
because it's too funny.
because it's too fucking.
I
funny.
laughed so hard when we were watching it the other day.
Yeah.
It's so.
The shit that they do
I
is so funny.
I don't think I've watched it since like being a post cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched a post military experience.
I think it was the first episode I was watching last night, and the chick with the short hair.
Yeah.
They're talking about her, and the one guy that kind of he reminds me of Carry On, because like his haircut and the way his like little mustache is.
Yeah.
He was like, man, that bitch is just a gross individual, and he goes, hey, like Dangle, he goes, hey, come on, man, she's just an unfortunate looking woman. I was like just giggling in bed, and Chris like, what are you laughing at? I was like, the show.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it, and then it was her and Dangle in the car together, and they're driving somewhere, and Dangle's driving. And she's like, yeah, have you ever heard about that that fertilization thing where like a woman can get pregnant from a guy and they don't even have to have sex? And he goes like this, he goes, and just like keeps driving, it doesn't say a fucking word. And she's like, yeah, I was just curious if you'd ever heard of it because like I was looking into it and it's kind of cool. And he just doesn't even look at her the second time. And then it like cuts away from him, does another weird cut scene, and then cuts back to him. And she goes, yeah, I've been collecting baby clothes for the last 5 years, just in case. And he goes like this, he goes, you've been collecting baby clothes? That's super fucking weird. He just keeps driving. It's such a funny interaction because they're driving their squad car, and that's like how conversations get started in the squad car. It's
Yeah.
like, it's really quiet, and then someone just says something out of fucking pocket, and you're like, wait, what did you just fucking say?
You ever notice that triangle? The clouds are shaped like triangles.
Yeah. Like it's just funny.
That's
She's
great.
like, I've been collecting baby clothes for the last 5 years. Like, you've been collecting baby clothes?
By the way, I got posted with this weird dude for the first time. Everyone always told me it was weird. And fucking first goddamn thing out of that kid's mouth. Ever notice how nature hates squares and loves triangles? And I was just like, what the fuck? He's like, look at all those clouds. They're all triangles. And I was like, they look like clouds.
I would have fucked them, and like they look like a bunch of little squares to me.
Dude.
But yeah, that show is fucking 10 out of 10. The dude is a 10 out of 10. He's fucking sick. He was in character. He was sick as fuck. He came up and we were waiting in line for it, and he came up and gave me a high five, gave you a high five. And
Yeah.
I looked at you, I was like, dude, I can leave right now.
Dude, so like the thing with like Comic Cons is like people usually just sit behind the table. Some of I wanted to see John DiMaggio, Jake the dog.
Yeah.
But
He's also the voice of Bender too, right?
Bender the robot. He's Disenchanted. He's the king.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Same makers though, right? Or same
Futurama.
artist? Yeah.
Yeah. So really good guy. I saw him. So I literally took about 3 yards to the left in a half an hour, and the line was going to be another 2.5 hours. And I was like, I just can't do this as a man.
Yeah.
But Thomas Lennon, and by the way, John DiMaggio, super great. He was like taking like selfies with little kids and like doing the voices for the videos. It was super awesome to like watch that.
That's cool.
But other artists, like even fucking old boy, Mr. Superhero Man.
Chris or no, Levy,
Yeah, Mr.
Shazam,
Shazam. Yeah,
Kurt Warner.
he was also like
Is it Matthew Levy?
something
Matt Levy?
something like that. Yeah.
It's either Matt or Chris Levy. I'll Google it. You keep talking.
But he was actually being really nice and friendly with fans too. But there's some artists that were just like sitting behind the table the whole time, and like, you know, that kind of sucks for a photo when like you're leaning over a table to be closer to somebody that you like. But this dude was in full Reno 911 costume, new boot goofing and everything, dude.
Oh yeah.
Walking up, there was these dudes. There's three. By the way, I saw later on. So they had three Wookiees. They had the Wookiee
Zach Levy
Zach
or
Levy.
Levi's.
So there's
Levi.
there's these three dudes that were all over 6'5", and one of them was Chewbacca. One of them was the Wookiee from the Book of Fett,
Yep.
and then the other one was the Jedi Wookiee.
Yeah.
Like the famous Jedi Wookiee, which was sick that I didn't even realize it.
I think that was in Clone Wars, wasn't it?
Yeah, Clone
Yeah.
Wars. And so I was like, that's dope. And that motherfucker walked up to a Wookiee and like put his hands up. The Wookiee carried him under, and then he like kicked his leg up. Motherfucker was just walking by and
Yeah.
just saw a giant Wookiee and was just
I
like,
just took free pics with him.
yeah. And I was like, this dude.
He was charging, what was it? It was $50 for a pic and $50 for a
It was-
signature, but if you do them together, it was 80.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little deal, but honestly, I was gonna get a photo regardless for 30. But if you got that and the photo, it was a $20 discount.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I've got two of the. It's gonna go up on the J. I should have had it up for today,
You should.
but they're gonna go right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
yeah. It was pretty sick meeting him. He was
Super friendly.
probably the most famous non-athlete that I've ever met.
And I made him laugh about a joke about Ohio. So fuck you,
Yeah,
Ohio.
fuck
So
Ohio.
I made Thomas Lennon laugh, and I feel like that wasn't a smug like, ha ha ha.
Yeah,
ha.
it wasn't like a forced laugh. It was
Yeah.
a real one.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Ohio, fuck Skyline Chili.
Fuck Skyline Chili.
I meant to
dude.
bring those crackers. I still have them at my house.
Hilarious. So we were driving back, and there was a 50-50 shot. Skyline Chili on the left, Wingstop on the right.
And I did say, I was like, hey man, Wingstop always slaps, and we don't have one of those in Jackson. It'd be sick to stop at Wingstop. And he was like, yeah, but I really want to try Skyline Chili. And I agreed, because I had heard so much about it.
Yeah.
For years, I've heard about Skyline Chili on the internet or people I've met in person. Like,
Yep.
they just talk all this shit about how
All
great
the
Skyline
Ohioans that
Chili
met in
is.
the military.
They talk so highly of the Skyline Chili. And we had it. We sat down, and I got the Skyline chili dog,
Yeah.
and then a small Skyline plate. You got a medium Skyline plate.
Mm-hmm.
I took 2 bites of the dog, and like 5 bites of the chili, half of it with hot sauce. 'Cause I had to try it. It's so bad.
It was one of those things where the first bite I thought maybe I'm tasting it wrong, and then the second bite was, oh, I think I'm getting sick.
Yeah,
Not
I
not
thought
like I was gonna puke.
I
but-
thought I had COVID because the meat was so sweet. I thought I wasn't tasting the salty savoriness of the meat.
I thought I was getting sick. Like, am I not tasting food correctly now?
Yeah,
like
I was
there's a
like,
bland-
I'm losing my taste buds because
Yeah.
I can't taste the saltiness of the meat. And then after like the third bite, I was like, it's just sweet meat.
Yeah.
Way too much brown sugar, kind of fucking gross. So
I
it's like
hate
a
it.
sweet cheese spaghetti.
I'll give it 1.5 out of 10.
I'm a little more. I'll give it a 2.2, just because it's getting an extra point out of me because the Ohioans are so gung ho about it.
Yeah, fuck
And
Ohio.
it's kind of one of those things where I feel like with caviar, like it's very rare that you have caviar the first time and you're like, wow, this is delicious. Like it's kind of an acquired taste.
Yeah,
I don't want to acquire a taste for sweet chili.
I will never buy the $6 can of Skyline
Sweet
chili.
meat chili.
It's not great.
Not
And I had the traditional spaghetti with that chili sauce on it and cheese,
with the onions.
and I thought maybe
and-
you gotta mix it. Nope, nothing works.
we even tried it with the hot sauce that they got there, the Skyline hot sauce. It's basically like a thicker Tabasco, kind of like a vinegar-based hot sauce.
Yeah, like a Texas Pete's, but
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Ohio.
kind of, yeah. And it didn't make it all that much better. It was just very fucking okay.
Yeah.
But going back to GalaxyCon, a lot of sick costumes there.
Mhm.
They were doing tattoos for the low. I actually did see the prices of them when we were walking by. It was like $20 for like a little one of like these size things,
That's cool.
which is not a bad fucking price.
No.
I was very close to just saying fuck it and getting one.
If you would have got one, I would have got one.
I know you would have.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it and I was like, I was just not. And then I thought about getting a couple other little knickknacks, but then I decided against it because I looked up a couple of them.
Was it the Zorro mouse pad?
No, that wasn't the thing. I should have though. I should have gotten a Zorro mouse pad. But there was a lot of cool shit there. But I looked up some of the stuff online, like those mugs. You can get a One Piece mug on Amazon for like $10.
Yeah,
The mugs there were like 20.
yeah.
And like I get they're like made and you get to support like a fucking
Well, to be real, some of those people might lie too.
they probably fucking do.
Like, oh hey, I bought this on Amazon for $10.
Selling it for 20.
Yeah.
100% profit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Because you know that store in New Mexico that was that sports store, that really annoying lady that worked at the front who was a 49ers fan?
oh, was that the little tiny one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she sucks.
yeah, so she like
I never bought anything from her.
so neither did I. Well, no, I bought one hat from her because I really wanted a hat.
Yeah.
But she would like interject herself into your conversations, which
Uh-huh.
is a thing that pisses me off. Like especially like not if it's the first time or if it's relevant to the conversation, but I don't like you at all, and I know who you are. Please don't talk to me. And so she had signs all over her fucking store that were like, you can't take pictures of the merchandise. Well, I did, and then I'd leave her store and I'd get on fucking Amazon or Google and I'd find that fucking same hat for $24 instead of for fucking 43.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
Upcharging all the military boys.
Yeah.
That's the only reason she's even open is the military base
His
there.
kids coming out and be like, where else am I gonna find Dolphins gear?
Yeah, I can't get Dolphins gear in New Mexico anywhere but here unless I order it online.
Yeah,
And it's on the way to B-Dubs, so if you want a hat to wear to B-Dubs for the game,
it's right
that's what
there.
you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of sports, first I'll start off with, which I forgot about, Andrew Luck got hired at Stanford to be the new GM,
Yep.
which I think is cool.
Happened. Yeah, just a little bit ago. I saw his.
Yeah, it was like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
Also, Bill Belichick, new head coach of North Carolina.
Yeah, which is wild.
Crazy. I watched a little bit of the press conference, like some of the highlights they had up, and he talked about Brady and Gronk and Edelman and how developing players were like his bread and butter when he was in the NFL. And he's like, when I'm in the college level, that's like basically all it is just developing players, and that's what I'm good at. And it was cool because he talked about how Brady was like a 4-string quarterback his rookie year. Gronk didn't even get any playing time his rookie year because fucking old Aaron Hernandez was there balling out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and Edelman came out of college as a quarterback, and we had him in returning kicks and playing corner at times. So it's like,
Yeah.
you just never know what these guys are going to develop into. And at the college level, from 18 to 22, they develop so much. It's so much higher of a ceiling than when they're from like 22 to 30.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, from 22 to 30, you're going to have a peak. Because what do you think? NFL players peak at like, what, 28,
27, 28.
27, 28? So, like, that's the best they're going to be, more
Yeah.
than likely.
Like 30 if you're pushing it, if you're an athlete.
Yeah, or like, 30 if you're a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's like your peak time from.
Yeah, running backs like 28, receivers probably 29, 30,
Yeah,
quarterbacks 30, linemen's like 28, 27.
yeah.
Like
They can play well into their 30s, but they got to be good.
Yeah.
They got to be good.
Yeah.
Corners are around the
Kickers,
same
40.
line as wideouts.
Kickers and punters are like 36.
Yeah, but the cool thing about the college guys is they're either going to get like progressively worse or astronomically better.
Or, hey, you can still play college football, but you're probably not going to develop into the NFL.
Yeah, and I think that's cool about Bill's thing
Unless
because
he's-
he wants to make it an NFL pipeline.
Yeah.
So he's got a bunch of weird shit. Like he wants them to forego all their nil deals
Mhm.
if they decide to leave the school. So like while you're at UNC, you can sign whatever nil deals you can get. That's like on his board of approved nil offers.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't just go out and get like a random one. It's got to be approved by Bill.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you enter the transfer portal, you have to give back all that money you made from nil to the program, which I think is a great fucking way to keep players out of the fucking portal.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get the best of the best, and I'm going to call it right now. I think North Carolina wins the Natty in less than 4 years.
That's wild.
Less than 4 years. I think you give him 2 recruiting classes to bring up to their, sophomore, junior, senior year,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they're right in the mix. Maybe they'll make playoffs in 3 years.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. Maybe even sooner. That was a weird noise.
Harry.
Yeah. Harry's talking.
He does that in the dark when I'm gaming. And I'm like looking like, what are you scared of?
Speaking of games, we played the new Marvel. What is it? Marvel
Rivals.
Rivals.
I was
Marvel
like,
Rivals.
Avengers.
That's what I wanted to say
Yeah.
too. But Marvel Rivals was really good. I like it way better than
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Mainly because I know the characters.
Yeah.
Like I have a backstory with the
And
characters.
to be fair, these characters already have their own awesome backstories,
Yeah, you don't have to create anything. It's just there.
and then it's not the creation of what I would like to call wokeism, because Overwatch is one of the wokest games for like multiplayer.
One thing I thought was weird, which I didn't know, Neymar is like their version of Aquaman.
Oh, I think that's the dude. Isn't that the
That's
dude?
the guy with the trident. He's the water guy, and he shoots out the octopuses.
Oh,
I wholeheartedly just assumed it was Aquaman, and then I remembered Aquaman's DC.
is
And why
that
the
not
fuck would
is
he
that
be in
is
there?
that not the guy from the movie that he fought Black Panther?
Yes,
Yes, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So I had no idea because I'm very aware that it's like kind of a 1-for-1. Like any DC character you
Wade
find,
Wilson Wade.
yeah, any DC character you find, there's a Marvel equivalent.
Yes.
So like Iron Man's Batman, fucking they got Hawkeye, Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Like it's just like they have the same types of characters, just mildly different.
Yeah.
It's like a different flavor of the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize they had it in Aquaman. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I had to look him up that night that we played. I Googled him like in between rounds that we were playing because I had to see, and he's almost as old as Aquaman.
yeah,
Like as far as comic books are concerned.
right. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know who came first. I would assume Aquaman came first,
Mm-hmm.
just because I don't know. But yeah, the game's really good. As of right now, I'll give it like a 7.4. It's not like a perfect game, just because I'm not like a huge fan of that game style.
Right.
But I fuck with it, and I'm down to continue playing it. It's eaten up some gigs on my hard drive, and it's probably going to continue doing that for foreseeable future.
Right.
But it was really good. We've been playing a lot of prop hunt.
Prop hunt's been fun.
Prop hunt's been great. I was
Call of Duty, please keep it in.
dodging and diving. I hope they keep it in. I think initially it was supposed to be like a limited release thing, but
Right.
hopefully they just keep that motherfucker in there. I did see Japan had like a voting, and I don't know. I couldn't find the list when I was looking it up, but they voted the anime of the decade,
Ooh.
like the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 3 guesses on what anime won.
Attack on Titan.
Nope.
Mm.
So a decade. So the last 10 years.
One Piece.
Nope.
Dragon Ball Z.
Naruto.
Damn, hell yeah.
Naruto won anime of the decade in Japan.
Hell yeah.
And I was trying to find the list to see like who came up short and like who was 2, 3, 4, 5. I couldn't find anything on it.
Damn.
But IGN posted it, and I thought it was pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, so Naruto getting one last shout out before it falls to the wayside.
Yeah.
One Piece doesn't come back till fucking April.
I know. I've been
It's fucking
trying to
insane.
forget about it, but every Saturday I get sad because I think I have something to watch.
It's just that I got 2 Saturdays of
That's
or 3. I got 3 Saturdays of watching it as it came out.
dude, which is funny because I didn't even like realize like how grateful it was that
It never stopped.
it never like
And that's what you guys told me because I asked you guys when
You're
we were
like,
in
"What's the
Discord,
season?"
and I was like, "So what are their season endings? Is it like a couple month breaks?" And you guys were like, "No, they never take breaks. They take like a 2-week break for the holidays. And
and
that's
then
pretty much it."
and then like every once in a while they'll be like, oh, they're not releasing an episode this week. And you're
Yeah,
like,
and then
damn.
you got one next week, and
Yeah.
you're good to go. And then
Yeah.
as soon as I fucking catch up, I got to watch one episode with Travi that was a filler episode that fucking sucked. And then I got to watch a real episode with Travi, and that was fucking sick. And then I came home, and I got to watch a real episode with you.
Mhm.
And then at the end of that episode, we found out that it was the last episode until fucking April 25. And I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yep. Now it's just gotta sit on the back burner.
Stupid. I hate it. I did all that work catching up for 3 years, and now I got to wait.
Speaking of video games, you know how we're always complaining that your quarterback had all these numbers, didn't fucking make it for first team or second team all.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So the college football awards just happened last night.
Okay. I did see Travis Hunter got the old Heisman.
Yeah.
Very well deserved.
So for the tight end award, Tyler Warren, I forget what school he plays for. He won the award, but there's this dude named Harold Fannin Jr. who is leading 20 tight end statistics. So he was in first for 20 tight end
So
statistics.
like yards per game, yards,
So,
touchdowns, catches.
Well, I saved the photo of the screen. So it was like receptions, receiving yards, touchdowns, yards after catch, broken tackles, receptions of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all-purpose yards, receiving yards per game. So he led in over 20 tight end
Every
categories.
statistical category that matters.
Didn't win. Another person we just talked about, Travis Hunter. He won the BL. It's like the BI Lincoln Kef Award. It's the Blankenton Kef. It's the wide receiver award.
Okay.
All right. So he won the award.
Blitnikoff.
Yeah, the Blankenkoff. Yep.
Blitnikoff.
Yep.
I wanna say he played for the Raiders back in the day, and he was one of the main guys that was a stickum guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He would put it on his forearms and shit.
And so Travis Hunter won that. And you're like, okay, Travis Hunter, pretty good wide receiver. You know.
Yeah.
There's a dude named Nick Nash who played for San Jose State who got the triple crown for wide receivers this season. He got all-purpose yards, catches, and touchdowns. Did not win the wide receiver yard award. So
how do the awards go? Is it the same guys that vote on the Heisman?
Yeah, it's basically
Fuck those guys. Dude.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like, dude, like this dude hit the triple crown for wide receivers, which hasn't happened in years. Plays for San Jose State, but just doesn't get the respect. And this other dude, I forget what team he plays for. It's still like, it's not as bad as Eastern, but it's like right above that level of like right below Boise, I'd say.
Yeah.
And he had leading in tight end statistics and still finished second place to another dude.
Yeah. See, I don't. Fuck that shit, dude.
It's crazy.
I don't agree with any of that, and it didn't make any sense to me. Even in the video game, it's some bullshit. My quarterback was number 2 on the Heisman listing, only to my fucking running back, and neither one of them made the All-American list. He won the best quarterback award, best running back award, best tight end award.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of those guys, not All-Americans.
Right.
How's that make any fucking sense? Not even second team All-American.
So
he wasn't even on the SEC All-American list.
So our game is super realistic because people get fucked.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Just like that.
Complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Also, if you do play NCAA and you're running a dynasty and you have a really good player and you redshirt him his freshman year and he has a great freshman-sophomore season, they can leave. Found that out the hard way last night. I might have overreacted a little bit. My team would be unstoppable right now if I had those 2 guys because those are my weakest positions right now. It's running back and quarterback. All the rest of my positions are fucking fantastic. I'm still a 94 overall squad, but it's still annoying because I was ready for them to play with me forever.
Right.
Yeah. Almost makes me want to start a Madden franchise.
So you can just sign them for more money if you like them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I want them, I can keep them.
Yeah, forever.
They don't get to choose. So you can't say no to the money. I'll be the Yankees.
Yeah. with a salary cap.
Yeah. Yeah, video gaming's been great.
What's wild is
What are we in 2033 now?
might even be 34.
Might be 34. So we're almost 10 years in the future.
Mm-hmm. I think we would be starting our 10th year.
I've won 6 natties altogether. 4 back to back. Taylor's beaten me once. It was
Twice.
in the regular season. Well, for this one, it's been once.
No, I thought I beat you.
Did you beat me? So you beat me 3 times altogether. In the game.
Yes.
Okay.
I beat you once with the old squad.
Yeah.
And I beat you the second game of this one. So I was like, oh shit, it's way more fair. He won the first one, I won the second one.
Yeah.
And then you beat me 6 straight. I beat you once, and now you beat me 4 straight.
That's right.
Including playoffs.
Yeah, including playoffs.
Yeah.
We have played for a couple of natties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, only one.
You were only in one net?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That was your 15-1 season.
Yeah.
Rough.
Mm-hmm. Throw a bad pick. It's gonna happen, dude.
Crushing it.
Yeah.
Sign me to a contract. continuing on video games, Elon Musk is starting his own video game company,
That's dope.
and it's gonna be like AI based, and he wants to make video games great again,
That's awesome.
which is sick. He's also looking into purchasing Hasbro, the board game company, so he can own the rights to Dungeons and Dragons.
And Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, like all.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to buy Hasbro. The main thing he said was he wants to own the rights to D&D, so he can like change some of the books around because he plays D&D and he's like he doesn't like some of the rules, so
Hilarious.
he wants to switch them up a little bit, which I think is funny.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking kid with $1 billion.
Yeah. Richest man ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck he wants.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
That's dope.
I love Elon.
Me too.
Disney is. Have you seen the What If series that they got going on Disney Plus?
Like the one that got released a while back.
Yeah, yeah. So they have like a whole series. I think there's 20 episodes out right now, and one of them is like, what if it was Carter that got the serum and not Steve Rogers?
Yeah.
And so she was like Captain Britain or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck she was.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was pretty good. And then one of them was what if old Magic Man, Doctor Strange, was like a bad guy
Yeah.
and he didn't know it. So he just let the stone consume him,
Mhm.
and he basically is like a galaxy destroyer
Yeah.
or world destroyer. So they have to step in. The new one they're coming out with looks fantastic. It's What If, and the name of the episode is The Skywalker Empire.
Yeah. So they're gonna be doing Star Wars.
Yes, but
Yeah.
they're gonna do I think two
What if Luke
episodes.
went to the dark side?
Yeah, they're gonna do a dark side and a light side for Anakin.
Oh.
So Anakin plus Luke and Leia dark side, and Anakin plus Luke and Leia light side.
Oh my God.
So instead of Obi-Wan fucking him up on Mustafar, he fucks Obi-Wan up on Mustafar and
Yeah.
gets his kids, and it's like, we are the evil family.
Yeah.
And then the other one is he never goes to the dark side, just has his kids, and
Yeah.
they get to go off and be heroes.
Dope.
Yeah, sick. Can't wait to watch those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be waiting for those.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking fantastic. There is they had a first look at the Fable reboot
Mhm.
because it was like what 2 years ago they released it. At
Yeah,
the show,
the Game Awards.
Yeah, the Game
E3.
Awards, and they had the one guy and it was like a giant.
Yeah,
he was walking
little
around his
person.
house. Yeah. So they got some insiders got a first look at it. And they say it looks fucking fantastic. They say it looks great.
I don't play this game, but Dark Souls just got another expansion pack
Oh really?
for their game, and it's gonna probably have the same stipulations.
For
as
Elden Ring?
Elden Ring, yeah. So if you haven't beaten so many people, you can't even play the DLC because
Oh yeah, I've seen that. You have to beat the main game to unlock any of the DLC.
you have to beat like so many people to unlock
Yeah,
the DLC,
yeah.
like the hardest people to
Yeah.
beat, because you can skip them and win the game. But
Yeah.
if you don't beat these people, then why the fuck would you buy the DLC? That's crazy. Oh no, dude, nah. No. We don't gotta.
Remember.
We don't gotta.
So shout out to Duke's Wells, definitely a sponsor. He got me a birthday present. Traverse City Whiskey Company, and this is North Coast Rye. It's the strongest one of the batch. Cheers, brother.
This is Fireball. Allegedly.
Oh. Woo!
Mine was bad, but not as bad as yours.
Appreciate it, Earl.
Me too.
Oh,
That was a lot.
Jesus Christ, dude. That was a lot. So I did have something. It's a video, and I'll send you the video just because I thought it was interesting. So
All right.
this guy did a list of the most productive players of all time in the NBA, and it's a list it's the strongest 3-year peaks for NBA players. So if
Okay.
you had to guess, who are the top 3 players that had the strongest 3-year peak?
Allen Iverson.
Nope.
Hmm.
Like 2 of them are really easy.
LeBron.
Yep, LeBron's one of them.
Steph Curry.
Nope. Steph Curry's like 5, I think.
Klay Thompson.
No.
I don't know.
Jordan.
Okay. Oh, Jordan. Yeah.
So LeBron and Jordan are 2 and 3.
Yeah, who's one?
We're gonna watch the video.
Also, the best version of a player they've ever seen. LeBron from 2010 to 2013 will also be the best version of any player in the game's history. But there have been a lot of great players who have had a lot of incredible seasons. 2000 Shaq, 2016 Curry. Maybe your choice is MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Hakeem in 94, or 03 Duncan, or maybe Bird in 86. But maybe a better way to visualize this question is this. A chart of the 100 greatest three-year peaks in modern NBA history, with box plus minus on the y-axis and win shares per 48 on the x-axis. The further up the player is, the more productive and efficient their peak was. The further right, the larger their impact was on their team's winning. And more towards the bottom of the chart, you'll find some great names like Ray Allen at 78, DeMarcus Cousins at 66. Keep going up, and you'll find all-stars and franchise players like Jason Tatum, who is currently in the 46th highest peak over the last 40-plus seasons. Paul George just above him, and Vince Carter at 40. This isn't some perfect method to measure players. Most advanced metrics tend to undervalue defense and overvalue offense, but overall this gives us a great picture of how impactful players were at the peak of their powers relative to the rest of the league. At this point, we recount all-time great peaks, the guys who can carry an entire team. Luka at 15, Magic Johnson at 11, Kevin Durant at 7 and 6, James Harden in his best three-season stretch just ahead of them, Giannis with the fourth highest individual peak, and head and shoulders above everyone else with almost identical peak numbers are Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Clearly the two best peaks we've ever seen. Until Nikola Jokic showed up and completely blew the lid off of just how
Damn,
good
Jokic,
players should be to this
dude.
team. Is Nikola Jokic the best version of any basketball player ever?
Probably
The only
there.
player is truly impacting the game, taking such great numbers, but that doesn't always translate to winning basketball. You can use the eye test, but our eyes can be deceiving. However, there is one surefire way to tell, and that's when a player is so important and so valuable that their team is utterly lost without them. Every time they step out of the game, everything falls apart. We saw this with LeBron at points in his career. We've seen this many times with Steph, and just a couple days ago, we saw this with Nikola Jokic. In the recent matchup against the Warriors, Jokic started the game, and the Nuggets got out to a 6-point lead before he checked out for the first time with 1:32 left in the first quarter. Pay attention to the score and the time left on the clock. By the time Jokic re-entered the game, 5 minutes later, the Nuggets were down 5 points. Jokic helped the Nuggets overcome that deficit, and by the time he checked out again at the end of the third, the Nuggets were back up by 5. By the time he returned to the game, just 2.5 minutes later, the Nuggets were down 3 points. Jokic played the rest of the game, and the Nuggets ended up winning by 4. Jokic was on the bench for just 8 minutes of this game, with a net plus 42 points, and the Nuggets won this game by just 4. Sums up how important Nikola Jokic.
That's wild.
Crazy, right?
Yeah,
Joker, greatest NBA player of all time, according to that metric.
that's wild.
According to his team winning fucking possessions, Joker's the best NBA player of all time.
It's wild.
He might fucking be too. He might go down if he plays like a decent amount of time. Because what he won back-to-back MVPs, right? Just the one MVP?
Mhm.
Who was it? Giannis that got back-to-back?
Back MVP. He's got one NBA
He's
championship.
got one ring and back-to-back MVPs.
Yep.
And if I think he's going to win multiple rings. I think he's going to win 3 by the time it's all said and done. Because he's late 20s, early 30s maybe.
Yeah,
He's a fucking beast.
yeah.
He might be the greatest player of all time, and he does this part-time.
Yep.
He doesn't even enjoy basketball.
He does horse races.
He'd rather be a fucking. There was a fucking clip I saw. I hope I can find it real quick. But it was that one guy. He's a comedian and he does a bunch of like voices and shit. Oh, I can see his face. I don't know his name though. But
Caliendo.
no, not him. Let me see. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to find it.
Brought to
But
you by Duke's Wells.
Yeah, brought to you by Duke's Wells. He was talking about how funny it is that he's like the best player in the NBA, and he's like, but I'd rather race horses. He's like, I would just rather go. And he's like, his favorite clip is after they won the finals, and the reporter was like, "Oh, you gonna enjoy the parade?" He goes, "When is parade?" He's like, "Wednesday." And he goes like, "Oh fuck, I need to go home.
Yeah.
I want to race my horses." And then he got all hammered at the parade, and someone interviewed him at the parade. He goes, "I know I said I didn't like parade. I like parade."
Yeah, he's like, they're like, "We'll give you our private jet to fly home." He goes, "Okay."
Yeah. It was really funny. I'll look for that clip later today. I'll try to send it to you. We're gaming, but
I have to take a fat piss.
we can end it.
I mean, you got anything else?
I don't think I have anything else on my list. Rest in peace to Eminem's mom. She died 69 years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sued him once or twice.
Yeah.
Fuck
But,
you, Kim. I mean, rest in peace, Kim.
Yeah, it's
He made amends. He made amends.
I think it's all done.
All right, brother. I had to pee. Thanks, pod. Catch us on the flip side.
Yep. Porosos.
Or else.
Nice to see you, Norman.
Isn't that funny though?